Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So today I'll be explaining to you guys how I made this bust cage bustier. If this is what you're looking for or what you want to learn, please kindly watch this video till the end and do not forget to subscribe and hit on the bell icon as well. Okay guys, so without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So guys, this is the Bustier panel we'll be using for this illustration. Okay, so I'll simply go ahead and join the panels together and then we can proceed to the next stage. Okay, so right here I'm joining the panels, but I really want you guys to understand something I felt would be important for this tutorial. So basically bust cage is for the plus size people who I feel that you can hardly find their bra cups in the market. Okay, so it's just for bust fitness. Okay, but based on trend, less bustier people or moderate bust people, now request for it. Okay, so for this tutorial I'll be working with a moderate bust size. Okay, not for a plus size person. So yeah, so this is what we have here after joining the panels together. So I'll simply go ahead and notch this seam so that it can relax properly. Okay, as you can see me doing right here. So guys, the next thing I'll simply do is to open up the seam and give it a good press so that it can relax very well. I'm sure you guys know what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so sorry I lost the clip for ironing the other side, this other part. Okay, so what I'll simply do is to turn it to the other side and also give this part a very good press. Okay, so I'm trying to relax the seam and ensure that I have something neat, a job well finished. Okay. Okay, so I'm ironing it. Okay, I'm trying to open it up and then give it a very good press, as you can see me doing. Okay, so we're done ironing. Okay, so you iron both sides and generally just iron, give everything a good press. Okay, so I'll go ahead and draft my desired neckline. So this is not your regular sweetheart neckline. I'm doing a scoop neckline, or it's also called a jewel neckline. Okay, as you can see on the panel there, and you can see how it is looking already. Okay, so guys, we're good here. So now this is the major part of the tutorial, which is drafting the lines for the bust caging. So guys, what I'll simply do here is to draw a vertical line which is 1.5 inches away from the armhole. This is very important so that we don't run our bonings into the armhole, okay, so that we don't have any issues while stitching. Okay, so from that armhole I went inwards. I drew a line which is about 1.5 inches away from the armhole, and I went ahead to to draw the line, to establish the line. So I actually did it on both sides, as you can see me doing. Okay, so the next thing I'll simply do is to draw a line, okay, a curve from that armhole passing through my under bust. You can see how I'm highlighting it from the armhole, okay, and making sure that it doesn't cross that line, which is the 1.5 inches away from the armhole. So I'm extending it to the other side of the armhole. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so guys, we're good here. So the next line I will draft, I'll go ahead and draft another line from the midpoint of the armhole extending towards the under bust. Okay, as you can see, so I also apply the same stroke on the other side as well. So guys, we're good there. So another line I will establish is the line at the center point of my panel. So just have in mind that you should just work with the rhythm of your own panel. You may not necessarily follow what I am doing, but if you choose to follow it, it is fine. Okay, so you can see that the line did not start from the neckline. I had to come down a little bit, so you could do 1.5 inches or 1 inch, whatever suits your preference, but I'm trying to ensure that my neckline is not altered. Okay, so I also established another line beside on both sides of the center line. Okay, then I'll go ahead to create another line above. Just watch me, I'm trying to follow the pattern of my neckline. Okay, and I'll also do the same on the other side. You can see it's more like a bow stroke I'm trying to create at the top there close to the neckline, and have in mind that it is a bit downwards from my neckline. I'm trying to be very careful at that point there. So have in mind that I'll also run another boning. I'll also bone my shoulder seam, even though I didn't draw any stroke on it, but I'm trying to let you guys know that I'm going to place a boning on the shoulder seam. So this is the most important part, which is the bust to bust stroke. Whatever pattern or stroke that you're trying to create, ensure that you don't skip this. Okay, because it's very important for the bust fitness. So yeah, this is an overview of what I'll be working with, as you can see here. So guys, I just simply took this over to my sewing machine for stitching. As you can see, I'm trying to conceal the edge of the Regilin bone with the masking tape. Okay, you can also use a lighter just to reduce the sharpness of the edge, okay, of the edges rather. So guys, please don't be concerned about the lightning, because I later increased the intensity of the lightning so that we can see better. But what I'm trying to do is, according to the pattern I drafted on the dress itself, I simply placed my Regilin bone on the lines and I went ahead to stitch it. Okay, as you can see, it's a gradual process. I would just simply advise that you should just be careful with the tension of your machine. Even though I didn't really encounter much stress based on other shared experiences, but I just used a softer or a more flexible Regilin bone, and I was just very careful with the tension of my machine. So just be very careful so that you don't encounter much damages. Okay, so at the end of it, you just cut out and then conceal the edge. So this is just what I'll be doing, placing my Regilin bone on the lines that I drafted. So I'll do this as a continuous process, gradually doing it, and then I'll also stitch both sides of the bone, the Regilin bone. I'll just stitch one side, turn it to the other side, and stitch the other side. So as you can see, the intensity of the light is being increased a little bit. I hope this is fair enough. And as you can see, this is according to the lines that I drafted. I just placed my Regilin boning on it. You can see I kind of ran my stitches on both sides. Okay, so I think what is left here is boning the bust to bust point. In the process of stitching, I think we got the lines erased, so I'll just simply redraft it so that we can be so clear on this particular part. So I'll simply place my boning there, and then I'll run my stitch, okay, on that part, not extending it to the armhole. Remember that we have a line, a vertical line, not to cross across the armhole. So I will just run my stitch on the bust line there. So guys, having done that, I'll simply go ahead and place my regilene bone on the seam line there. As I mentioned earlier, that I'll be boning the line, even though I didn't highlight any line, I didn't draw any line, but I mentioned earlier that I'll be placing my bone there because I still want more rigidity on the bust cage. So I'll go ahead and place it on both sides. So right now I'm trying to run my stitch, but I'll be running just a single stitch on that seam line there. Okay, so I'll do it on the both side, and then we'll get to see the results of what we have done so far. Okay. So guys, what I did here, I'll simply go ahead and also do it on the other side of the seam. Okay, so guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you find it very helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share guys. So see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.